Hello everyone. In today's Cenozoic profile remake we're going to be doing is one of the Miocene South America's largest caiman. And that is Meet Purussaurus. It's an extinct genus of giant caiman that lived in South America during the Miocene. It is known from skull material found in the Brazilian, in the Peruvian, Amazon, Argentina, and etc. This large prehistoric caiman lived between 16 to 5.3 million years ago, meaning Purussaurus has never met the dinosaurs. The skull length of the largest individual known of the type species, Purussaurus brasiliensis, is 1.453 millimeters, 57.2 inches. It has an estimated that it reached about 10.3 meters, 34 feet in length, weighing at around 5.16 metric tons. Another estimate gives a larger size of 12.5 meters, 41 feet in length, ranging from 9.9 to 15.8 meters, 32 to 52 feet, and 8.4 metric tons in weight, ranging from 5.6 to 12.6 metric tons. With a mean daily food intake of 40.6 kilograms, 90 pounds, ranging from 21.6 to 59.5 kilograms, 48 to 131 pounds. It is also likely that Purussaurus reached only 10.9 meters, 36 feet long, and 5.6 metric tons. A 2022 study estimated the length of 7.6 to 9.2 meters, 25 to 30 feet, and the mass of 2 to 6.2 metric tons. Using phylogenetic approach, the length and a length of 9.2 to 10 meters, 30 to 33 feet, and the mass of 3.9 and 4.9 metric tons, using non-phylogenetic approach. Also, as only skulls have been found, because, well, they did not find the body of the Purussaurus, only their skulls. And the bite force is estimated at 500 newtons, around 5.3 metric tons force, with upper estimate indicating that Purussaurus was capable of generating 69,000 newtons. The large size and estimated strength of this animal appears to have allowed to include wide range of prey in its diet, making it the apex predator in its ecosystem. As an adult, it would have preyed upon large animals, with no real competition from sympathetic smaller carnivores. Researchers have proposed that large size of Purussaurus, though offering many advantages, may also have led its vulnerability. More on that later. The teeth vary between three species of Purussaurus, but also had around 50 millimeter 2-inch long and curved slightly backwards. They have smaller ridges along two of the edge, which resemble the ziphodont. Ziprophodont. This indicate that Purussaurus hunted large vertebrates, as these ridges are used for puncturing and holding onto flesh. The teeth are slightly flattened at the top and are roughly conical, which means that they would have been unlikely to break on impact with thick bone. Teeth at the interior are taller and more pointed, whereas those of the posterior and lower and more rounded. Purussaurus is one of the largest known crocodilian forms to ever existed. Three other extinct crocodilian forms, like Sarcosuchus, Deinosuchus, Ramprosuchus, Euthegodon, Gryposuchus, and many more, had similar body size. Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus had similar proportions, but both were geographically much older, dating from the early and late Cretaceous respectively. One study also indicated that Purussaurus may have been heavier than either the Sarcosuchus or Deinosuchus, as it had much broader, shorter snout, and this would require a thicker, stronger neck to support larger head. Ramphrosuchus lived around the same time as Purussaurus, but was slightly smaller, had a more gharial-like snout, and lived in India during the summer of 2005. Franco found the new fossils of Purussaurus in the Peruvian Amazon. Analysis of biomechanical model of the skull of the Purussaurus indicated that it was capable of performing death rolls, maneuver used by extant crocodilians to subdue and dismember their prey. All sense organs, the eyes, ears, and nostrils, were at the very top of its head, indicating that Purussaurus was an ambush predator, much like modern caimans do today. And for their habitat and environment, Purussaurus lived in wetlands, rivers, and floodplains of South America. Meaning vast tropical and subtropical wetland environments. And its diet is likely included extinct turtles, stomatomies, and other crocodilians like the Charatocosuchus, Gryposuchus, and Morosuchus, and birds, and Hagaria, even mammals, including sloths, which that they found bite marks on the sloth that was likely Purussaurus. Bats, rodents related to martyr capybaras like Josephantagazia, weighing up to 700 kilograms, 15, 40 pounds. Primates like monkeys and river dolphins, rivers, floodplains, and lake environments were present. Marine and freshwater fish, turtles and crocodilians, and terrestrial aquatic mammals are associated with Venezuelan Purussaurus species. Its environment is described as tropical and coastal, where the earlier Colombian species lived alongside massive variety of fauna, like the astrotheres, the early species of Murussucus and Gripposuchus, and the terrestrial crocodilian form, Langostea. Bite marks on the tibia of a forest rocket which was discovered recently from this locality are consisted with the Caymanan, possibly young individual Purussaurus, though whether this was represented as scavenging or active predation is unclear. And unfortunately, they became extinct. What caused this giant prehistoric caiman to become extinct? Well, there are factors like because of the upshift of the Andes Mountains caused drastic environmental changes in its Amazonian ecosystem. The resulting loss of wetlands and shifting food web included the disappearance of large mammalian prey was too extreme for a giant caiman to adapt to. Its enormous size, which was once an advantage, now becomes a disadvantage, preventing it from adapting as efficiently as smaller, more adaptable, the caiman. Purussaurus' large size and specialized diet were a disadvantage in a rapidly changing environment, as its vast needs for food and space made it vulnerable to ecological shifts. Unlike smaller caimans, Purussaurus, with its immense size, was unable to adapt quickly enough to the new conditions. And that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, and see you later, guys.